Hi Leo, welcome to March. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. Before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month we have a new moon in Pisces on the 13th. Mars moves out of Taurus and into Gemini at the beginning of the month on the 3rd. Then we have Mercury moving into Pisces on the 16th. And Venus moves into Aries, which is favorable to your sign, on the 22nd. And also we have the equinox. And then we have a full moon in Libra, which is also favorable to your sign, on the 28th. So the energies are shifting this month. And the thing is, this month, March, all the planets are direct for the whole month and for part of April. So if you ever want to initiate something, now's the time to do it, especially around the new moon. Make a dream real around the new moon. So let's see what the cards have to say about love and relationship for Leo. What does Leo need to know about love and relationships? What does Leo need to know about love and relationships? What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for the month of March 2021? The Emperor, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Three of Pentacles, the Moon, the High Priestess, the Chariot, the Star. Wow, you have a lot of major cards here. And the Page of Wands. And the card underneath the deck is the Five of Swords. So, okay, so you start the month out with the Emperor energy. This is, this month it's time for you to be the Emperor. It's time for you to act like the executor of your own life, the executive in your own life. The Emperor energy is someone who you want to build something solid and stable. But there's like fear here. I see the Eight of Swords. You feel trapped. You feel stuck. You're afraid of moving out of maybe a toxic situation. You have the Five of Swords here. This is an energy of dealing with someone's hostility, dealing with feeling attacked. And you have to admit that whatever situation you're in, you could be in a relationship or a situation where there is some toxic energy. And you can't change it. You either have to accept the person for who they are, or you have to cut your losses and move on. But for some reason, you're wanting to stay with this Eight of Swords. You feel like your options are limited. Like it's like damned if I do and damned if I don't. If I stay, I'm going to get hurt. If I leave, I'm going to get hurt. So you start the month off feeling a little bit paralyzed by fear. But I think you have the Ace of Pentacles here and the Hangman. So I think and the Three of Pentacles. So I think that there is some career opportunity that's going to help you to move forward. I'm not seeing so much love here as needing to move out of something that's not working, so that you can embrace a new situation that will give you everything that you want. So you may be already thinking with the Hangman of giving something up for something better, moving on, sacrificing what you have. You might feel like, well, I'm in this secure situation. I have security. I don't want to give that up, but it's not really it's not working out for you. So to move to something better, you would have to take a risk of giving up something secure. The Hangman also can represent energy of being in limbo, feeling in limbo, like nothing's happening, nothing's moving. But you have this Three of Pentacles here, so you just need to give it time. We've been under a lot of energy that has slowed things down, especially all the retrograde energy of last year. Mars retrograde most of the year, half of the year last year, then moves into Taurus, which is not very active, and not a very active sign. Mars is going to be moving into Gemini, which should help you a little bit because it's favorable to your sun sign. And you have the Three of Pentacles here with the moon. So you want to make sure that you're seeing things clearly. You may not be seeing things totally clear. Like there might be things going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. So you're trying to make a decision with partial information, not having all the facts. So you may want to not let your, like the moon card is a card of imagination. It's a card of, in its positive sense, it is the card of talent, creativity, imagination, intuition, especially with the High Priestess. Both these cards are about trusting your intuition, tapping into, getting knowledge through intuitive channels. But the moon can sometimes go too far, and your imagination can sometimes go overboard, where you start to imagine things that are not real. You're not seeing things clearly. You think everyone's against you, or you think, you're not trusting someone when you should be trusting them. So you need to find that out. You need to take some time out with the High Priestess. This is about taking time out to meditate, to seek inner guidance, to listen to that inner voice. It may be telling you something you don't want to hear, or you may be afraid of listening to that inner voice. The other thing that the moon could mean is that whatever is hidden will come to light around the full moon. And we'll look at that when I look at your astrology. But I feel that with all this major arcana energy, this is a very significant time this month, where you have to really know what's real. You have to stop kidding yourself. If you're holding on to something that's toxic and you're afraid to move out of it, or maybe you're not seeing things clearly about the people around you. You might be feeling that someone is deceiving you when they're not, or you may be feeling that someone is just wonderful when they're not, when they're actually deceiving you. So you have to really try to see what's really there, not get caught up in the illusion of what you want to be true, but see what's really true. You have the potential. You have the Star here, and the Page of Wands, which is a good thing, and you have the Chariot. The Chariot in your environment, the Chariot's a card of victory through discipline and focus. Again, it connects with the Emperor. Maybe you've been too scattered. You haven't really been going after what you want, or you don't even know what you want. And you've been doing a little dabbling, a little here, a little there. You really, if you want to achieve your goal, your dream, the Star, you're going to have to make some decisions and cut out extraneous influences and really focus on the main goal. So if the main goal is a relationship with someone, you may have to cut out, dating a bunch of people and zero in on that one person that really means a lot to you. Or if it's a goal, a career goal even, you might stop being distracted by other opportunities or options. Focus on the main option and you'll reach your goal. The Star brings success. It's a dream. It's in your dream, your wish fulfillment sector. So the Star brings hope. But it's something that is not immediate. It's something you have to work toward. So I feel like you have to create some kind of strategic plan. So if your current situation, if your current relationship is not what you want it to be, you may have to do some kind of plan to get it where you want to go, And that might mean leaving something that's toxic, or accepting someone for who they are and not expecting them to change. Either accept the situation. Okay, the situation has some limitations, but I'm willing to live with those limitations. Or deciding like I deserve more or I want more and walking away from a toxic environment or a toxic relationship. And you can have this goal, but you have to find out what the truth is. With this moon and the High Priestess, there's too many unknowns. And what happens when you don't know when you don't have information, sometimes we fill in the blanks with our imagination, and the imagination is not real. You know, so if you have an issue with someone, you need to communicate with them. You need to go to the source and ask, you know, hey, I don't know what's going on here. Let's talk about it. Now you have the Page of Wands here. This is a message coming in. And usually the Page of Wands is good news. So you might be hearing some good news this month that can help you clear up this confusion that you've been living under and help you sort things out so that you're not caught up in this distorted truth world, you know, because I feel like there's a lot of things going on and not everything that you see is real and not everything that you believe is true. So you have to get at the truth. You have to, this month, in a relationship or a situation, so that you can make the right decision, whether to stay or let go. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So this new moon in Pisces is happening in your 8th house, and it's conjunct Venus and Neptune. Now the 8th house is the house of transformation, money, inheritance. There could be some, Venus in the 8th house brings financial support from either a partner's income or either an insurance payout or some kind of grant money or loan from a bank. But because it's connected with Neptune and it's in Pisces, you may want to check all the details before you sign on the dotted line. Make sure that whatever you're getting is what's promised, because there might be some confusion, or I don't even want to say deceptions. In some cases it could be deception. On the other hand, Venus and Neptune is very romantic. You could be connecting with someone that feels like a soulmate energy, that feels like someone that you could really be intimate with on a soul level. And a relationship, if a new relationship starts at this time, it could actually transform your life and be more intimate than anything that you've experienced in the past. Mars is in your 11th house, trining Saturn in the 7th. So, and with Saturn in the 7th, you're seeing the reality in your relationships, and Mars is giving you the ability to take action. So if with Mars in the 11th, you might be getting out more and forming friendships and wanting to connect with different people and different groups. A friendship could even turn to love if you wanted to. You can make you can make a commitment. But you have to find out, is what I'm seeing real? Is what you could be idealizing someone. You could be in the beginning stages of a relationship where everything, this person seems like a dream. You just want to check it and make sure that what you're seeing is real. Uranus is in your 10th house, so it's shaking up your and it's squaring. Uranus is in the 10th, squaring Saturn in the 7th. So it's shaking up your relationships and your life path, your status in the world. So you could, if you're in a relationship, so this could work out different ways. If you're in a relationship that's not right for you, Uranus can break you free of it. If you're in a career path that's not right for you, and you have a commitment in a business situation, Uranus can break you free so that you are living a more authentic life. Because Uranus wants you to live authentically. Uranus wants you to find your career path that really speaks to you. It wants you to find a relationship that really speaks to you. So for those of you who are with the wrong person or have been tolerating a toxic situation, you can break free of it. On the other hand, because Uranus is like the liberator, and it brings sudden energy. There could be sudden changes in your career, sudden changes in your relationship. Mercury has been in your 7th house, so it's a good time to communicate, to talk about what's going on, and to talk about what agreements you have with others. Sometimes Mercury rules contracts, so you could be signing contracts. Pluto's in your 6th house, so it's really transforming your work environment. You could be renovating an office space, or you could be having a new health regimen, because the 6th house is your day-to-day environment, your work environment. It's also your health. So if you've put things off and you haven't taken care of your health, Pluto may force you to make major changes. Now, Mercury's going to move into Pisces, and when it does, it's going to move out of the 7th house and into the 8th house. And that's on the 16th. And when it does that, that's a good time for you to confront your demons. Confront What do I need to change within myself? What has been blocking me from getting the support I need from others, from connecting with other people on a more intimate level? Maybe I need to talk about those fears or those things. I feel like you need to communicate and get at and start working on those, on whatever's holding you back from true intimacy. Mercury can help you do that. Venus will move into Aries, and when it does, it will be in your 9th house. So you could be, and that'll be on the 22nd, and then we have the full moon in Libra on the 28th. Now this full moon is going to be in your travel house. It's going to be in your 3rd house and 9th house. So the 3rd house has to do with siblings, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, your local environment. Something may be, also the 3rd house is the house of communication and contracts. The 9th house, the sun will be in the 9th house with Venus. So if you may decide that you want to travel, you want to get out of town, you want to get away from the world. Or you might want to, you might be completing up some kind of educational program. And you might be either teaching or learning, or if you do meet someone under this influence, if a relationship does come to completion around this time, you could be connecting with someone from a different culture. And with Venus there could be love at a distance. Maybe you're connecting with someone online or overseas or through the internet. Or if there is a love relationship, it could change your belief system or change your thinking in some way and expand your world in some way. It could bring more creativity into your life. Again, Mercury in Pisces is going to connect with Neptune in the 8th house. In the money houses, Neptune and Mercury, it makes me a little bit suspicious. Like if you're going to be signing any contracts, like if you're getting financial support, if someone's giving you a loan, or you have to sign a contract that has to do with money, I would look very carefully at all the details. That doesn't mean you can't accept the money, but you may want to read the fine print. Because sometimes there can be confusion or miscommunication when Neptune and Mercury come together, especially in Pisces, because Mercury is weak in Pisces. It's confused thinking in Pisces. So there might be mixed messages coming in, or you might assume one thing and it might be something else. And especially with this moon in the reading, it's confusion, So you have to go past the fog. If possible, don't make any decisions, or don't commit unless you sort things out, unless you get more information, or you get everything in writing, or read the fine print. And then once you're satisfied with the details, then sign. That's the only warning I have for for Mercury and Neptune and Pisces in the 8th house. On the other hand, it's a good time for you to maybe use even art, or talk about what's been bothering you your whole life. What has been preventing you from finding that soulmate, or finding that romantic connection. There could be some psychological issues that have been stopping you from connecting. That would be a good way to use the energy, to communicate, to get at whatever's been, to sort things out, to talk it out with someone so that you can get clarity. Mars in the 11th, like I said, it will conjunct the North Node, and Saturn will be trining the North Node. So I feel like if you get out and you become more social, you have a greater chance of connecting with a partner that can be really good for you. It could come through either the groups that you belong to or a friendship, because the 11th house is the house of friends, groups that you belong to, hopes, wishes, dreams. You could create something solid, but you have to take action. You have to get out there. And Mars will give you that energy to work on a hope or a dream and to make a dream real. So whatever you're committing to this month, it has the potential to last a long time. So you want to make sure that it's something that's right for you. That you're not making decisions based on illusion or what you want to see, but on something that's really there, that's real. That's, there's no misunderstanding or confusion. And once you have all that straightened out, then go full speed ahead. Because this is a perfect month to initiate things with all the planets going direct. Just make sure that you have all the facts. Make sure that you're not operating based on assumptions. That you're getting the facts. That you're going to the source. That you're clearing things out. You're communicating. So that's my forecast, Leo, for this month. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button. Click on the subscribe button. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and you can schedule a reading. In the meantime, have a wonderful March. Thank you for supporting this channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, happy St. Patty's Day. And enjoy all this fresh energy coming in. Things are shifting, but in a good way. I feel like that your success will come more about 3 months from now. This month is a time to clear things up and to get rid of the confusion so that you know what path to focus on. And with laser-like focus, you can become successful. But I think it's going to be something that you have to work toward, that you may not see the fruits of your labor until 3 months from now. But in the meantime, you can get out of this stuck place by starting with clearing up the confusion and starting with taking action, communicating, and don't let yourself be stuck in a toxic thing that's not right for you, because you can have a dream manifest. You just have to focus on, you may have to make some sacrifices. You may have to give something up for something better. But that something better can bring a dream to fruition. So that's what I have to say for March, Leo. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I wish you much love and success. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.